Every day, chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Trading TV. This is your stage to shine.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Chat and Chart. This is the London session open, and this is your host, Saif Qaddoura. Hope all is well. Hope you had a great weekend. And this week we have the famous non-farm payrolls on Friday. So this would be a great week for trading in terms of liquidity and opportunities. So without further ado, let's get to the economic calendar, see what we have this week, and then we move to the charts and align the events and the data points with what's the charts telling us. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mesa, Celestine. All right. So let's get to it. We start with the economic calendar. We have a short calendar this week and nothing of high impact on Monday, which is today. So we move right to Tuesday. We have the Reserve Bank of Australia interest rate decision. They're expected to hike 25 basis points. By the way, guys, last time the Central Bank of Australia, or the Reserve Bank of Australia, hiked 25 basis points, and it was the first central bank to hike rates in a very long time. So they're expected to hike rates again on this meeting. So let's see tomorrow if that happens. This can show us or give us a clue of the overall situation in the world, and the other central banks might just start following the Australian central bank, because they're not just hiking rates out of nothing. Inflation is rising, and the energy prices are rising. So it's not out of nothing. Those are economists. They know what they're doing. So it's a matter of time until the rest of the central banks play catch up. Okay. So that's for the RBA interest rate decision. We're expecting to see a 25 basis point hike. And then we have the S&P Global Services PMI. It's expected to stay unchanged at 51.3, which is expansionary because, again, we're above 50. New home sales, I think there's something off with this number. So it's either 1 million or something is off with the the data from the site we got this number from. So I'm not going to take this as is, because that's a huge drop. New home sales, only 1,000 new homes. This would mean a collapse in the real estate market. But I think most likely this is a mistake. So yeah, the previous was 587,000 new home sales. The forecast is, let's consider it not there. If it comes in, if the actual comes in higher than this, then that means the real estate market is doing well. If not, then it's starting to slow down. Okay. Then we have the job openings from the US. We have the JOLTS job openings. The previous was 6.882. The forecast is a slight drop to 6.87. So not a very big drop. That is fine. It shows that the jobs market in the US is still solid, and they're still holding up. Then finally on Tuesday, we have the non-manufacturing prices, the ISM non-manufacturing prices for the month of April. If it comes in higher, it means that prices are starting to go up and inflation is starting to tick up in the US. Then we have the ISM non-manufacturing PMI, which is expected to be very close to the previous reading at around 54 points. So if it comes in lower than this, then that's negative for the dollar. If it comes in positive, then that's positive for the dollar, obviously. Okay. So now we move to Wednesday. We only have two data points. So this is the preview. The ADP non-farm employment change is nothing but a preview of the non-farm payrolls. So it's expected to be positive. So markets are expecting to see positivity in terms of jobs market and jobs data during the this Friday jobs report. We're going to see the um, uh, non-farm payrolls and the average hourly earnings, and plus we're going to see the unemployment rate. So all three of these make something we call the jobs report. So the jobs report is expected based on this number coming from Wednesday. It's expected to be positive. So we'll move now to Friday and see what is expected. Crude oil inventories, it was like a big shortage. Last reading was a big shortage of 6 million barrels, 6.25 million barrels. This is showing or proving our point of that oil at some point will start drying out from economies, and it will cause oil prices to go up. Okay, so let's wait and see. We move now to Thursday. We have the initial jobless claims. So the previous was a historical low of 189,000. So 189,000 jobless claims. The forecast is a slight like increase to 203,000. Okay, and if the actual comes in higher, then it means that's negative for the jobs market. Jobs market, obviously, if it comes in lower, then that's positive for the US dollar. And if it comes in higher, then that's negative for the hello, hello. Okay, we're back. Something went off. Okay, guys in the backstage, where's my screen share, please? Okay, there it is. Thank you very much. So on Friday, we have the average hourly earnings. So the previous is 0.2%, the forecast is 0.3%. If the actual comes in higher, then that's obviously positive for the US dollar. If not, then it's negative. Now we move to non-farm payrolls, which are expected to be lower than the previous. Okay, so that's some negativity is expected to be seen in the non-farm payrolls. So if we see this, if we see like a lower reading than the previous, then that's negative for the US dollar. Okay, why? Because it means that the Fed has to cut rates to boost the economy. When they cut rates, the dollar becomes less attractive, so it loses value, and the demand on the US dollar goes down. But that's all dependent on the war developments between US and Iran. So if the war continues, the feature of the USD being a safe haven would be activated, and we start seeing higher demand on USD. But like um, if if we want to like put that aside and just think of it from a pure economic view, then if it comes in lower, then that's negative for the dollar for the reasons I just mentioned. If it comes in higher, then that's positive for the dollar because it means that the Fed is has some room to keep rates higher for longer to fight the inflation. And then finally, we have the unemployment rate, which is expected to stay unchanged at 4.3%. Um, Anything higher than this would be negative for the jobs market and the US dollar. Anything lower than this would be positive for the US dollar and the jobs market, obviously. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's it for. Pup, pup, pup. Can you give me a 10K account? Uh, I can do anything, but I don't want to. Simply because you don't become successful by asking people for things. You work for it. Okay. So yeah, we stop shading, and then we start sharing the charts. So guys, just save yourself the trouble. If you don't have anything like better to do than come and ask for free things, then you're in the wrong place. We're here trying to give you real knowledge, real value, and you guys are just looking for free stuff. So that's not the right place to be. Okay, so let me share my charts. There it is. Good morning. Good. Hello, Soham. Hello, hello. Okay. So let me go to the monthly and let's check how it closed. How did the monthly candle close? Well, now we're expecting to see like I don't know, like this was supposed to be an engulfing, but it's not. So uh, the whole body is inside the previous candle, so it's still not very bearish to me. Let's take a look at the lower time frame. We go to the weekly. So yeah, the weekly closed within the bands, so we're still fine. Okay. Yeah, I think it broke above and closed above, so now we're just waiting for this correction or retracement to end before we start going up again. Let me go to the daily. Okay, so this was the first leg or rejection, right? So what was this? Yes. Then we went all the way up here and then we dropped here. Okay, so now we got rejected from this area, which was 97.7, which is almost a double bottom with 97.6, which we had read ahead of time in previous live streams. So it got rejected from here. Now it's retesting the same level. That shows us how important this level is. And the rejection from the same level shows us how strong it is. And it shows us the buyer's dominance, right? Okay. Okay. All right. So on the daily, I'm like, my analysis still the same. I'm expecting to see a breakout to the upside in the DXY. Now we go to, okay. Yep. Yeah, I think that's it. The rest of the week will be strength for DXY. It's doing well. It's doing okay. Let's go and check the Euro USD real quick. So Euro USD should be the exact opposite. Yeah, all good on the monthly, on the weekly, within the bands. Okay, the daily. So yeah, here on the daily, on Friday we saw this big jump, but it failed to close above, so it went down and closed below here, right? So now we are continuing to go downwards. If this low, which is 1.17, yeah, if 1.17 gets broken to the downside, then we see a continuation of the drop. And 1.17 is lower than Friday's low. So yeah, it makes sense that if it breaks this area, which is the cluster of moving averages on the 4 hour, so if it manages to close below these, we're going to see a continuation of the drop to the downside. So here we had like this first touch, and then we had the second touch, and then now it started dropping. it went up to retest that same area or the trend line area. So the first target that we're looking at is this low, which is 1.1420. And once it gets broken, we're going to 1.1380. And if that gets broken and we close below this red line, we're moving all the way to 1.12, which is like huge and massive to the downside. Yes, Mida, go ahead. Here's the JPY really looks like it's getting manipulated. Let me go check what you mean by manipulate. What do you mean? You mean manipulated or like there is an intervention by the government? Because like as far as I'm concerned, it's on an uptrend and it reached this area and it's getting rejected from this area. So what do you mean, Soham? It's getting rejected from this trend line, which gives you a great heads up to get out of any shorts and actually flip to the upside and start buying USD JPY instead of selling it with your stops below this area. So far, this might have been an intervention, but the thing about interventions is that they don't usually announce that there's an intervention, okay? "15 minutes? What's wrong with 15 minutes? Yeah, what's wrong with that? You mean like the big drops? Whenever it reaches 157, it drops like heavily? That's what you mean? Take your time, Mesa. Any news event we have to be worried about? Yes, the NFP, the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate, the jobs report in general that is going to get released on Friday. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like getting manipulated, Soham. Like it's just dropping from a very important level, which is like this is a resistance. This is obviously a resistance. And if you go back, let me show you on 1 hour, for example. If you go back, this area has been holding up for a while. So you have this, you have this, you have this, and you have this. Like so, this area is actually a strong resistance area. So it makes sense that it's dropping. And if you look at the hourly, you see that like whatever, like whoever is trying to manipulate, if any, if whoever is trying to manipulate is not being able to break this strong demand. Whenever he goes like he brings it down to here, he finds buyers. So whenever price goes down to 1.55, 0.5, like USD JPY finds buyers and it goes back up. So for me, if you ask me my opinion, I would just like stick to the trend. The overall trend is upwards, so I wouldn't be selling USD JPY if you ask me my opinion. Okay, look at the daily. This has been going on since April 2025. Okay, around the time of the crash, if you remember. So this trend is, and this trend line is being respected. So I wouldn't try to fight it. You sold somewhere here, Soham, and like it gave you a great gift. Just get out, man. Yeah, you close your position. Great news. Congratulations on the win. Okay. So back to euro. We were talking about the euro. It's expected to continue going downwards. Yep. Do we have any divergences? Let me check. Yeah, the MACD is crossing below zero, so yeah, we're starting to see weakness. But that's it. Okay, so now let's move to GBP USD. Let's move to cable and see what's happening there. This is the daily. Okay, the daily also got rejected from a very important level. We go to 4 hours. Visibility. Okay, so here we have a divergence between the price. So price is making new highs. However, the MACD is making lower highs, which shows negativity. That's a negative divergence. Okay, which supports our analysis on dollar going up, on euro going down. So they all align so far. And if we want to cross-check with the events and the data points we have this week in terms of the jobs data and the jobs report, then based on the technicals, everything should be reflected in the charts and the price action. So based on that, we can expect to see good readings for the jobs market this week, and we should like start seeing some good reasons for the dollar to go up, if that makes sense. Okay, we go to the hourly. Yeah, it's all pretty much the same. It's very obvious, very easy to read. Um, it's weakness across the board. Like the DXY bottomed while everything else topped. So now we'll go check the gold and silver to make sure that what we're looking at is actually legit. Just a quick look at the ADSD. Do we have a divergence? Yes, we do. Negative divergence here. So yeah, we might start seeing a drop in ADUSD. Maybe the interest rate hike is being reflected in the price and it's going up. But once the USD starts picking up, this will start dropping lower and lower. Okay. So let's see. We go to, let's check silver real quick. So how is silver doing? Let's go to the monthly because last week a monthly candle closed. So we had a bearish closing to last month's silver monthly candle. So that's a bearish close. The weekly is also bearish. The daily is somehow bearish, but we saw some positivity the past 2 days, which were Friday and Thursday. Last 2 days of last week, it gave like it won back some of the gains it lost during the past week, but like it just hit a wall, in my opinion. That's look what it got rejected from the band, coinciding with also 20-day moving average on the daily. And let's go to lower time frames. Yeah, and it didn't manage to close above the 126-day moving average, which is also negative or bearish. Let me just take a look here. Like, for example, if we do this, broke above, right? But if we do this, still hasn't broken above. So yeah, still going down, especially after ruining this very clean uptrend, short-term uptrend, of course. It broke below. Now, this is the first leg of the drop, the second leg, and now we start dropping further. So personally, I'm expecting to see something below uh, uh, 70 on which is or below 60, sorry, which was this low here. I'm expecting to take out this low and go somewhere around 55. Yeah, 55 would be a great place to buy silver, to be honest. That's a great place to buy silver. Then we go to 1 hour. So far, it's not giving any signs of a continuation to the downside. But as long as we, or like as soon as we close below 74, we start seeing like serious negativity on the silver. But before that, no. Whenever I post my question, it's not getting published. Meza, maybe you're like send it on two messages. Maybe it's too long for one message. That's why it's not allowing you to post it. Okay, we go to gold. Yep. So what happened here? No, actually, this trade is still running, and I added to it. The stop loss is, where is it? One second, let me check. I haven't checked my trades yet. Yeah, it's still running, and the stop loss, it's at break even. My break even is all the way up here. So yeah, it's still safe. Whatever. So yeah, this is still working. This is still going. And this was actually, okay, this was the most recent trade that we took on the live stream. I placed my order at 630. Yeah, this one is taken out. I placed my stop loss, sorry, I placed my sell limit here. It went all the way here. Then I placed my stop loss somewhere above 600. And then on the way up, it took me out on some profit, $30 profit, like 300 pips, which is not bad. But yeah, this one is taken out. I thought it's the main one, but no. The main one has been like dropping nicely for a while now. And if you see here, we see a negative divergence between the price and the MACD. Okay. So that's the 4 hours. Thinking buying gold at 4555 with stop loss at 500. There's limit onwards, which is visible. Okay, so I don't know about buying. Like the overall trend that we're in, like the short-term trend is downward. Like I want you to look at this here. Like I wouldn't be buying, to be honest. Like it's still it's very bearish. Like why would I start buying now? And especially that you are expecting to see 3,800. So why are you buying at 4,500 or 4,555? I think you're just following, my friend. Okay, so what might happen is the following. Let me check. We just might go up to this area, which is 690. But from what I see here, I doubt. We go to 4 hours. 4 hours, we were at 640 this morning, and it closed below. Yeah, I think it's still looking bearish, but I wouldn't take any new trades today. I'll be just holding my original trades. I'll be holding my original trades. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be watching closely because, as I told you, we see a negative divergence here. Um, it might still go a little bit up, and we might like break this, but eventually, like closer to the end of this week, I think we will be seeing gold less than 4,500, which is this area. I think we will see it below this area by this week. Let's just wait and see. Okay, guys, do we have any questions? Also, I have a sell from 44. 644, you mean, Soham? Hello, Sushil. Hello, hello. I was thinking of buying at that level before it went up from there. Yeah, like if you bought from there already and it went up, then yeah, you might have entered and exited, and that's that. But um, now if it goes back there, it's going to take that low. It's not going to get the same reaction. Yeah, the sell from 44, I think your stop loss should be above Friday's high, which is 661 or 62. And if you want my opinion, I'd say just like keep holding this one. Hold it or like close 80% of it if like you're happy with the profits. Close 80% of it and just leave 20% running to maybe 4,200, 300. That would be a good trade. Okay, do you guys have any more questions? Okay, Bitcoin is doing well. Let's go to the monthly. Yeah. Well, um, do you see this arrow that we drew before the path? After this, I doubt we will see it happen. I doubt we will see Bitcoin drop again because the monthly is way too strong for this to happen. Or you never know. Okay. This might be just like a quick drop if it's still going to happen. Anyway, I'm not going to enter Bitcoin anywhere around this area. Yeah, actually, no, wait a second. Yeah, it's still within the same channel, so this could be easily um, a bearish flag, which is this. So, yeah. Yeah. Although it looks nice on higher time frames, but lower time frames are still showing weakness. Um, Thank you, Soham. I have a question, no idea what's happening. Well, great session. Thank you, Meza. You can always ask me on Instagram if you want. Uh, Safe, what are the key driver of gold? Does carry trade affect it? No. Well, carry trade is something that you do to benefit from the interest rate differential of two currencies. Two currencies have to be yielding so that you can benefit from it, from this concept called the carry trade. Well, gold is a non-yielding asset. It does not have any yield. What interest rate differential are you trying to benefit from or to capitalize on? So no, it does not have anything to do with the carry trade, but the key driver of gold is uncertainty, risk, and so the higher the risk, the higher the fear, the higher the uncertainty, the higher gold is. And obviously, the purchases, the feature of gold being a safe haven is also a very big driver. So geopolitics, risks, uncertainty, all help gold go up. And obviously, and a very important key driver is the price or the strength of the USD. So if the USD is going up and expected to be stronger for a while, and then gold will take a hit. Why? Because the USD is a yielding asset and it is also considered as a safe haven. Add to that the central bank purchases. So central banks keep buying gold. So that drives the prices up in terms of supply and demand. That's pretty much it. Okay. Do you guys have any more questions? Okay. So nothing changed from last week. If you want to look at last week's analysis, like we've been consistent with our analysis in the past London session analysis, like whatever. So we've been consistent with that. We're not changing our opinion every week, so which shows that the market is actually respecting technicals. It's respecting fundamentals. The only thing that might mess up our plans or our reading is simply some adventurous moves by President Trump. Okay, so that's the only thing that might actually ruin our analysis or ruin our plan or like make us change our plans. But for now, for the past 3 weeks maybe, we've been consistent with the same thing. Whatever we're seeing in the markets is actually materializing, so we're doing well. Share this video and this session with your friends who are traders so that we grow the community and more people actually get to know and learn how to analyze and prepare for the markets. So yeah, let's call it a day or a session. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great trading week ahead, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.